Hello and welcome back to the Simpl Beauty Podcast. My name is Monica. I'm a licensed esthetician and sugaring specialist. So today I wanted to really go in depth about the topic of cleansing. And cleansing is really one of the most important steps in someone's skincare routine. So I really wanted to just take the time today to really educate about the best way to cleanse your skin and just the importance of cleansing, because some people see cleansing as a throwaway step in their routine and they don't really realize the importance that cleansing has in your whole routine and kind of how it sets the stage for the condition of your skin and the pH of your skin and all of these other factors that contribute to skin health. Okay, so first I want to talk about what not to do with cleansing. And I actually wish someone had told me this a lot earlier in my life, because I did the wrong things for so many years and I was just totally uneducated about what the best options were for my skin at the time. And this is like around probably my college years. I was using soap to cleanse my face, and soap is not good to cleanse your face, and there are a lot of reasons for this, but I really wanted to exacerbate this point because it is kind of still a debated topic in skincare, not really in the professional space, but just in the general population. A lot of people are cleansing with soap and they either just genuinely don't know that it's not good for your skin, or they think that they're trying to be sold something that they don't need with additional facial products and cleansers and moisturizers, which is kind of true, but it's not also, because the body bar soaps and cast iron liquid soaps are not meant for your face. So while those may work fine for your body, the facial skin is different. And there are a couple of reasons why using soap is really detrimental to your skin's health on the face. So the main reason why this is going to cause damage to your skin is because of pH. Your face is very sensitive to the pH. So if you don't have the proper pH of your skin, then your whole moisture barrier is going to be completely thrown off. And when your skin barrier is completely thrown off, this is leaving your barrier very vulnerable to things like acne, bacteria, things that are going to get on your skin, and that layer of protection is not going to be there anymore, and your skin's going to be very flaky, red, and irritated. So a healthy skin pH is acidic. So it's going to be slightly acidic, around 4.5 to 5.5. Now, when we're talking about soaps, what is the average pH of a body soap? Whether that's a bar soap, whether that's a liquid soap, and I know that even cast iron soap like Dr. Bronner's, which I use for my body, not for my face, because the pH of these products are extremely alkaline. So a pH of 7 is neutral, which is water, and anything that's going above the 7 is going to be an alkaline pH. So things like bar soaps, cast iron soaps, these have an extremely alkaline pH. So they're going to be anywhere around like an 8, 9, 10. And when you're using something on your face that is that high of a pH, the problem that you're going to encounter is that it's going to slowly over time start to throw off the natural balance of the pH on your skin. If your skin's natural barrier is supposed to be slightly acidic, and that is for protection purposes from the outside world. So when your skin is slightly acidic, you are being protected from the environmental toxins and the bacteria that is on the outside, and it's also keeping that moisture in to your skin, which is what you really need for your moisture barrier and for that protection. These are really alkaline products, and when you're using them slowly over time, they're just kind of like nipping away at your acid mantle on the skin, and they're slowly alkalinizing the lipid barrier of your skin. And then this can have all kinds of downstream problems, anything from flakiness, redness, irritation, acne, eczema flare-ups. Any kind of skin condition can really be exacerbated by this. And to be honest with you, I did this for so many years and I just had no idea. I washed my hair with Dr. Bronner's. I washed my face every day with Dr. Bronner's. And I thought I had dry skin for my whole life because of this. Even if you have a really strong skin type, which I actually did at the time and I didn't know it, because the amount of resilience that my skin had at that time in my life was actually outstanding for what I did to it, because a lot of people can go for a long time doing these things that are harming their skin, and then like you wake up a year later and you're like, well, I have red flaky dry skin and I don't know what happened. So this is why. So when you're looking for a cleanser, if you honestly want to test the pH of your products, I do recommend that, because it's actually so easy. It's really easy just to order pH test strips on Amazon, and to test all your products. So I really do recommend doing that. I always keep pH test strips underneath my sink. So if I get a new product or I want to test something out. So it's really great just to have those on hand if you want to make sure that you are getting the right pH for your cleanser. And let's focus on what are the best cleansers for your skin type. So you're going to want to look for a pH balanced cleanser. Go for something around the 5, maybe 5.5 range. So most items on the market are going to be pH balanced. If you are wearing, waterproof makeup or sunscreen, then you are going to want to double cleanse. So what I like to do is to have a gel cleanser that is pH balanced to a 5.5 pH for your cleanser. The one I use is typically around like a 5, maybe up to a 5.5. And that's going to be your second step. But your first step is you're going to start with an oil or a balm cleanser. So what this is going to do is it's actually going to remove the surface layer of the dirt, oil, makeup, sunscreen, and all of those oil soluble products which are on your skin, because in chemistry, oil attracts oil. So if you are wanting to bind those lipids and remove them, first you're going to have to bind them up with another lipid. So you're going to want to do an oil or balm cleansing step first. That is going to be really great to make sure that everything is off of the skin, because when you're going to go in with your second step, which is a water-based cleanser, such as a gel cleanser, a foaming cleanser, something really gentle, then that's going to be your second step, and that's going to make sure that all of the oil residue or balm residue or excess makeup, let's say around the hairline, or makeup that was on the neck or sunscreen that was on the neck, that's going to get rid of that extra layer. So that's why choosing the right products for you is really important, because not everyone is going to need to double cleanse, to be honest with you. If you have a really sensitive skin type, and if you don't wear a lot of makeup, you can get away with just doing that first step. So it is going to depend also on the vehicle which is used and the ingredients of the balm or oil cleanser. So what I mean by that is certain cleansers, which are going to be balm or oil cleansers, have a mix of ingredients that also have oil surfactants in them, and those are going to wash away with water and leave a really clean effect on the skin, so there's no residue left behind. And those are the best options for somebody who has more sensitive skin and who doesn't typically wear a lot of makeup, because you can just do the one step, everything comes off, and then you're one and done. So it kind of preserves that sensitivity of your skin from really overstripping with a second step. So that's where skincare has to be really customized to your lifestyle, your routine, your skin type, your skin condition. And I like to go more based on like skin condition versus skin type, because there can be a lot of different conditions of the skin, and you can naturally have more oily or more dry skin, but based on the products that you use in your lifestyle, you can actually change your skin type. So for instance, myself, I thought I had dry skin my whole life because I was using the wrong cleansers and using the wrong products, which in fact, my skin's actually kind of more on the oily side, which now that I've corrected all those mistakes that I was doing before, I've realized that I actually have like a pretty nice natural oil production. Don't get too fixated on what you think your skin type is, because you can sometimes change your skin type with the conditions that you give your skin. So just keep that in mind. But you definitely want to work with what you have right now. So if your skin is feeling really sensitive, really dry and flaky, then you are going to want to just probably do an oil cleanser with a really nice vehicle that's going to really exit the skin properly, and it's going to leave a really nice cleansed base after you wash it off with water. So the one that I typically use is the Green Clean Cleansing Balm. There's a lot of other great cleansing balms on the market, but just look for something that is going to really wash off with water and leave a nice clean finish on the skin. The balm cleansers typically don't disturb the pH that much of the skin, which is really great for people who have sensitive skin because it's more moisturizing, but it's not going to leave that oil, tacky oil on the skin. So if you're not able to get one of these balm cleansers, they tend to be a little bit pricier than something that's more basic, like let's say jojoba oil, which some people use just raw oils for oil cleansing, which is totally fine. So if you don't have access to any of these cleansing balms and you want to do a double step, then this is what you can do. You can just grab the raw oils like jojoba oil, argan oil, or any other carrier oil. I would typically avoid olive oil because that one is pretty heavy for the skin. Avocado oil is okay, and definitely no coconut oil. So you can just simply take these oils, you're gonna rub them on your skin, and it's going to break down all of the makeup and the sunscreen on your skin. And then after that, I typically just take a wet towel, so a paper towel, wipe that off gently, and then you can go in with your second cleanse and you can go ahead and do your gel cleanser after that. So that's a great double cleanse if you want to use just like a pure oil if you're more on a budget. But if you can get the balm cleanser for your first step, then I do definitely recommend doing that instead. Okay, now let's get into cleansing routines. Now that you know what double cleansing is, you have a couple options for if you have more sensitive skin, just stick with the balm cleanser to start with. And then if you do end up wearing the heavier makeup later on, you can add in that second step. Or if you're more on a budget, just stick with the pure oils and then make sure you follow up with a gel cleanser to remove that excess oil off the skin. And then when we're talking about skincare routines, you definitely want to think about what your skin condition is. So I feel like most people don't need to cleanse in the morning. This is not a hard and fast rule because a lot of people just give a blanket statement and say don't cleanse in the morning, it's going to ruin your skin. It's not necessarily true, and it also depends on what kind of products you're using for your nighttime routine and what the humidity is, what kind of environment you're in, how dry is it, how humid is it. So it just has a lot of factors, and I also like to tell people that you don't have to commit to an exact specific routine. You also need to just listen to your skin and see how your skin feels, and that can change day by day, month by month, week by week, whatever the case is, because the environment is always changing, our hormones are always changing, the products are constantly changing if you're trying new products, and your skin's gonna need different things at different times. And then obviously at night, we always wanna cleanse. Do not go to sleep with your makeup on. Please do not go to sleep with the sunscreen on, and just make sure that you get rid of all of the residue that you had on from the day. And also in regards to makeup wipes, I don't recommend using makeup wipes because they actually don't cleanse the skin. They drag and pull the skin, which can lead to wrinkles and aging prematurely. They're environmentally unfriendly, and they really just don't do a good job when it comes down to it. An oil or balm cleanser is going to break down your makeup and sunscreen way more effectively and way more gently than any makeup wipes could. If you have no choice and you only have a makeup wipe and you have to go to bed, then yes, take the wipe and wipe it off. But for your routine, generally speaking, you want to really commit to either that single or double cleanse before you go to bed. Okay, so I know that's a lot of information. So just to recap, for cleansing, your number one tip is going to be look for a pH balanced cleanser, no soaps. And number two is going to be find a routine that works for you. So always start with a balm or oil cleanser first, then follow up with the gel cleanser afterwards. Or if you have more sensitive or reactive skin, either just that's your type or condition at the moment, you're going to want to just do the balm step for right now, and then see if you can add in some gel cleansing later, and maybe only a few times per week to start with. For your morning and night skincare routine, you can always try not cleansing in the morning and just using water, and then cleansing at night first, and see if that works for you. If your skin is really oily, or if you're using really emollient treatments at night that you want to remove in the morning, you can go ahead and add in that cleanse in the morning. If your skin gets too irritated by that, just take that out. I'm really grateful to share this information with you because, in my opinion, a lot of people think that cleansing is kind of like that throwaway step, but it's actually the most important step other than SPF in your skincare routine that's gonna save your skin. Because when you're cleansing your skin, you're literally setting the stage for your skin for the rest of your routine and for the rest of the day and evening of how your skin condition is going to be. So if you're overstripping your skin with harsh cleansers and you're using the wrong kind of cleanser for your skin type, it can just honestly ruin your skin, and no product and no treatment that you put over top of that is going to be able to fix it until you address that root cause of using the wrong cleanser. Sometimes the simpler the better, and it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be expensive, but definitely just using the right products in the right order is going to make a huge difference. And then I just wanted to touch on some other topics about cleansers that come up a lot. So actives and cleansers is another topic that comes up, especially with people who are dealing with a skin condition such as acne. When it comes to actives and cleansers, I typically don't like them. They can definitely work for some people, but typically with acids and cleansers, I just feel like it's kind of a waste because it is a wash-off product. And for me, the most important thing for your cleanser is to be pH balanced. Azelaic acid, tretinoin, these are all really great ingredients to use topically on the skin if you are having acne. And I would rather you just use that and use like a dedicated serum so you can control your exposure to that product and control any irritation that it might cause in your routine. So you don't necessarily have to just have this cleanser and commit to it 7 days a week, because it has your active in it, if that makes sense. Like I said, I don't hate them, but it's just not the first thing that I would recommend to people who are looking to have a really great cleansing routine. Also, some other ingredients I would avoid in cleansers is going to be highly fragranced products. They can be extremely irritating to people. Essential oils, they can be extremely irritating to people. So if you're using the right cleanser, you do not need to use a toner. I don't use toner. I don't like toner for this reason, unless it's an active HA, BHA acid toner or a treatment toner that you're using in your routine as a step. Then I just really don't see the point in using toners because there's tons of irritating ingredients in toners. Typically there's alcohols, there's essential oils, there's fragrance. I don't think that you should have to bring your pH back down with a toner if you are using the wrong cleanser. So if you have to tone your face after you cleanse, then you just use a cleanser that was the wrong pH. So if you're starting out with a cleanser that has the right pH, then when you wash it off, your skin's going to be at the right pH. You don't need to use a toner to bring your pH back down to an acidic level. So that's why I just think toner is kind of like a throwaway product, honestly, unless you have something that's active that you are using in place of, let's say a serum, let's say an HA, BHA toner. That's a different story. But I'm just talking about like the witch hazel, rose water toners. Like I don't like those. I just think they're really completely pointless, to be honest with you. So as long as you're finding a cleanser and a cleansing routine that leaves your pH and your moisture balance intact, toners are completely unnecessary, and I don't really think you need them at all. Don't be like me and use Dr. Bronner's for like 5 years straight and ruin your skin barrier. Please listen to my advice and find a cleanser that works for you. There's so many great options at the drugstore. If you want to go luxury, just make sure that you watch out for fillers, artificial colorants, fragrance, and essential oils. Those can be sources of irritation. And yeah, let me know what your favorite cleansers are down below. I would love to hear what your routine is. Do you double cleanse? Do you just do an oil cleanse? Let me know down in the comments, and I would love to see what you guys all use. And thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.